Shalom, friends. One of my favorite teachings is that our word for year, Shana, as in Shana Tova, Rosh Hashanah, and so on, our word for year means both change and repetition. Shana. So beautiful. So when we say New Year, Happy New Year, Head of the Year, we're saying, welcome to a new chapter that is totally different to anything that's ever happened before. Change and repetition. It's the same. It has happened before. It is an echo of what has happened before. Hence, we say that time for us is not a straight line, and is not, as it was for many other ancient civilizations like the Greeks, it's not a circle. We don't simply go round and round to exactly the same thing over and over again without any hope of change or evolution. No. Time for us is both a line and a circle, which means it's a spiral. It's a cycle which goes somewhere. Shana. It changes and it repeats. So if you've ever performed any Jewish ritual which was connected in any way to the calendar more than once, you have experienced this. You have noticed, probably on some level, that we say the same words, we go through the same motions, but yet we are different. And our mystics insist on this, that we are actually born anew, a new creation, a Bria Chadasha, in every moment. And now we know. Modern science tells us that the cells in our body really are constantly being created and going through a life cycle and eventually dying and being replaced, please God, by other cells. And we also know this is very true for our consciousness, what we now call this neuroplasticity, that our consciousness is potentially changing all the time, depending on how we work with it. So in this upcoming course, we're going to do something very exciting together. We're going to go through a cycle of our calendar, a year of our calendar. And our calendar, I sometimes like to think of it as a color wheel. It's a map, it's a spectrum of the human experience, emotionally and every other way. It gives us a sense of where we might want to focus our attention each month, and then within each month even, each week and each day. It gives us a sense of where we have the most to learn and how we can grow best from the situations we find ourselves in. And the beautiful thing is, because it's both change and repetition, because it's a spiral, is that our experience, just like the oral Torah is this tree of life that's growing all the time, we're adding to all the time, our experience of our calendar is adding to the calendar all the time. So we're still adding special days to the calendar, and we're still adding lessons to the calendar from our own experience. So in this course, we're going to start as much as we can at the beginning with the ancient Torah and biblical texts which tell us what are the months, which is the character of each month, what are the special days of each month, what are the foundational texts and rituals connected to them, and then we're going to see what the mystics have to say. Our ancient mystical text, Sefer Yetzirah, tells us the area of our lives, the faculty or quality, eating, sleeping, anger, vision, sight, hearing, so many other things, the area of our lives where we need to focus, particularly where we have a unique opportunity to grow during each month. And it's not exclusive only to that time, and many of them interrelate, but again, it's a map, it's a helpful map, because we often feel, many of us, I think, me included, that we live in a very chaotic, unpredictable world where we're so overwhelmed with information that we don't know where to begin. Well, our calendar gives us this incredible embedding in reality, in a deeper reality, a reality that at the very least is the experience of our spiritual tribe over thousands of years, and I believe is connecting us to something even more profound than that, to the rhythms of life itself. And we see this, it's clearly connected to the cycles of nature, the water cycle, the agricultural cycles, the cycle of what the trees are doing around us, and the cycles of the sun and the moon, of course. But it's also, as I say, connected to something I think even deeper, something internal. And this is what our great mystics, the Kabbalists and the Hasidic Rabbis, really bring out in their teachings, which we're going to learn together too. And we're not just going to learn their texts, because as always in AJS, what we do is we learn those texts with an eye to drawing out from them practices. Could be creative writing or drawing or any other kind of creative expression that calls to you. Could be an embodied meditation, a guided meditation. But the practices will help us bring the wisdom of these teachings, of these thousands of years of experience, into our bodies in a way that we can work on our edge, our growing edge, on the qualities that we need and want and are ready to grow relating to each month's area. So it's a very exciting journey we're going to go on together, and of course we're going to enrich it for each other so much. In every session we'll learn, we'll reflect, we'll discuss, and we'll practice a few units of text together. And there'll also be extra material where if you want to, if you have time and make time, there'll be texts and practices for you to learn and practice on your own or with others over the course of the month. And I will be very happy, as I have done for previous cohort courses, to help people find a study partner, chevrita or chabura, a small group for people to get together. It's all optional. It's only for people who want to, and as much as people want to, for people to get together with people who have similar aspirations and needs to you and who want to invest as much time as you in the process and do that extra connecting and sharing about how it's going. Of course, there'll also be a WhatsApp group, which I'll be very happy to be in as well. So if you ever have any insights or ideas you want to share or a question that comes up along the way, you can ask that and put that and share that in the group, and everyone can see it and benefit from it. So we'll all be really learning from each other in so many ways. So I very much look forward to going on this journey and having this journey enriched by everyone's unique perspective as we each add our layer to the calendar this time around, this Shana, this change and repetition that's never happened before. That's yet an echo of something very ancient and very beautiful.